Well, hooray for you. You've done some great bar model practice, and now we're ready for bar model part 2. As you work these problems, I think you're going to find that some of them are a little more complex than we have been doing, but don't give up. Stick with it. Keep playing and working with them. And then you can check your answers by going on to the next slide to see how I solve those problems. Plan on spending, though, some more time than usual on these problems. I would suggest that you work these problems in pencil and write neat enough for me to be able to read your work. Then make any corrections in pen. That way I will know that you have done work and thought on it, but that you also took in suggestions for another way of doing them. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You are all good readers, so read this problem, then stop the video and solve it. Work on it and see if you can figure out a way to solve it. When you have given it your best work, then go to the next slide and you can see how I move through the problem. After reading the problem, I know that we are keeping track of pupils and teachers. So I'm going to include that as my titles for my bars. And then in trying to figure out which one has the least amount, I see that there are 4 times as many pupils as teachers. So teachers have the smallest amount, so I'm going to give them the unit or the bar. Then I go back to the word problem and do sentence by sentence. There are 4 times as many pupils as teachers. So the pupils get 4 bars. And because of that word time, those words times as many, I know that all of these bars or units have the exact same amount in them. If there are 36 more pupils than teachers, so right here, the pupils and the teachers have the same amount, 1 bar, 1 unit. So these 3 bars must represent the 36 more, which the teachers have, or the pupils have. How many people are in the assembly? So my question mark goes here. Now when I look at my drawing, I notice that I have 3 equal bars, and they all are 36. So to find out how much is in 1 bar, I would do 36 divided by 3, which of course is 12. So that means in each bar represents 12 people. So the question is, how many are at the assembly? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars in all. So I would do 5 times 12, which of course is 60. So there are 60 people in all at the assembly. This challenge is a real fun one, so go slowly, be patient with yourself, and enjoy working it out. Stop the tape, put your solution on paper, and then you can go and check to see the way I did it. After reading this problem, I see that we are keeping track of 3 people's, their ages, so we're keeping track of Pete, Sally, and Bob. I have to go back and really read to find out which one is the youngest. Total age of 3 cousins. Pete is 17 years older than Sally, so it isn't Pete. Sally is the youngest so far. Sally is 5 years younger than Bob. So she's 5 years younger than Bob. So Sally is the youngest. So I'll give Sally the box or the unit. Now I'll go back and draw sentence by sentence. The total age of the three cousins is 136 years. So I'll put that in. Pete is 17 years older than Sally. So Pete has the same age as Sally, but he has 17 more years. Sally is 5 years younger than Bob, so Bob has the same age as Sally, but he is 5 years older than Sally. How old is Bob? So there's the question mark. All right, I think I'll use the strategy of trying to get equal boxes. I'll do that by crossing out the 17 and the 5. So 17 plus 5 is 22. 136 total minus the 22 would leave me with 114 years. So the three boxes all together total 114. I want to find out what is in one of those boxes. So it would be 114 split into 3 equal boxes. That would be 38. So inside of each box, or each box represents 38. But my question is how old is Bob? So I know that 38 plus 5 is equal to 43. So Bob is 43 years old. Very good. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky in that you may have to reorganize the order of the way we usually do things. And also the numbers get a little funky, so don't get discouraged. Stay with it. Go ahead and try to solve the problem. Give it some time and thought. Then when you're happy with your answer, you can start this video again and check out what I did on the next page. Okay, I see that we're keeping track of Logan's marbles and Ethan's marbles and, of course, Michael's marbles. When I try to go and find out who has the smallest amount, Logan has twice as many marbles as Ethan, but Ethan has 30 more than Michael. So Michael has the smallest amount. So we'll give Michael the box. And now I'll go back and solve it sentence by sentence. Logan has twice as many marbles as Ethan, but right now I don't know how many Ethan has. So I need to go to read the next sentence to find out what Ethan has. Ethan has 30 more than Michael. So I give Ethan the box and 30 more. Now I can go back to my first sentence. Logan has twice as many marbles as Ethan. So Logan has all of this that Ethan has, but 2 groups of them. So he's got a 30 sitting here, and we know he has a 30 sitting here. Can you see that Logan has twice as many as Ethan? So I had to take exactly what I had for Ethan and write it down twice. Okay, back to the problem. They have 210 marbles. It's easy, 210 in all. How many marbles has Logan? So we want to know what the big guy has here. That's our question. Okay, I think I'm going to use that break apart or go find equal groups strategy. So I'll take out the 30. And 3 groups of 30, of course, is equal to 90. 210. Take away that 90 is 120. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes all together have 120 in them. So to find out how many are in one box, it would be 120 divided into 4 equal boxes. And that's pretty easy. I just know that that's 30. So there's actually 30 inside of each one of these boxes. So when I go to answer my question about how many Logan has 30 in this box. And of course he already had that 30 and 30 in this box. So Logan has 4 groups of 30, which is 120. So Logan has 120 marbles. Marbles for Logan.